minute. Will tonight spell redemption? Blake Granger and Tyler Menega, meanwhile, continue to push one another as there clearly is no love lost in the Max D Gravedigger rivalry. But one thing is certain, with 5 other drivers in the field, the battle for the Monster Jam Triple Threat Series East Overall Event Championship will be exciting. To Kansas City, Missouri, as 8 of the most elite Triple Threat Series driver athletes battle it out in an E-Series event. This is the third of 4 competitions here in Kansas City, and it was Blake Granger and Max D that took the first 2 overall event wins. The rest of the field will be looking to ensure he doesn't get a third. Hello everyone, I'm Scott Jordan with Zombies Bari Musauer coming in from the Sprint Center with Megan Lamani on the ground. And Bari is a driver on the Triple Threat Series West Championship. Can you give some insight on what newer viewers might expect here tonight?
Well, Scott, the Triple Threat Series requires the drivers to compete in racing, in two-wheel skills challenge, and freestyle, just like every other Monster Jam event. But the Triple Threat Series is extremely unique because it includes 3 additional events. First, there's an addition of a monster truck event in the form of the Donut Challenge. And then we have our drivers leave their trucks and go to demonstrate their off-road skills, competing in the ATVs and Speedster obstacle course race.
Tonight's event showcases 6 individual competitions: Monster Energy Racing, UNOH ATV Racing, the Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge, the Original Super Glue Donut Competition, the Lucas Oil Speedster Obstacle Course, and everybody's favorite, the BKT Freestyle Competition. The winner of each event will be awarded a total of 8 points, with the top point earner being named tonight's overall event champion.
Scott, consistency is key for these drivers, and you'll see dramatic swings in the leaderboard. Just one event can take you from first to last or last to first. But to win the overall event championship, the driver who is consistent through the competition and is in the top physical and mental shape will have the best opportunity to win tonight's East Series championship.
These drivers have already completed 2 events here in Kansas City. So, Bari, who do you think has the hot hand and is someone to watch out for?
I really think Joe Uri, he wants some redemption from last time out. He's representing for all our Team Zombie Nation fans. I think he's the one to watch today.
So far, it's been the Blake Granger show. 2 events, 2 wins for Max D. We'll see if he can triple down. Before we kick off tonight's event, let's break down the Triple Threat Series track.
Well, Scott, the Triple Threat Series East Championship competes on a more compact track layout than our stadium counterparts, and while the track may be smaller, the action is definitely not. With a single 8-sided pod to work with, drivers have to be innovative and flexible when it comes to performing. For monster truck racing, it's not only about speed, but also finesse. If a driver hits either turning box, they will be automatically disqualified, and in these small venues, threading the needle is a key. And let me tell you, Scott, as a driver on the Triple Threat Series, the pressure to do that is immense.
And here in Kansas City, the size of the track allows for Chicago-style racing. So these 12,000-pound trucks will get to chase each other around the track. And here's tonight's racing bracket with some exciting matchups. Ari Caleb Blood and Soldier Fortune has won both racing competitions here in this building. Does she have enough to go for 3 for 3?
She does, but I'm really focused right now on my zombie teammate, Joe Uri. We got to get this done today, man.
Zombie against Megalodon, the first round 1 matchup. They go green, and around they go. Chicago-style racing at its finest. Jack Brown going tight. Megalodon hitting the turn box, so you might be onto something. Zombie will advance into round 2, which is our semifinals here tonight. Talk about Jack Brown here with the original Super Glue replay.
Jack Brown really handed that race to Joe Uri because Joe washed out in that last turn.
Quest for the 3-peat starts right now. Caleb Blood, Soldier Fortune, Bernard Light, and Alien Invasion. Here they go around the turn again. Caleb Blood and Soldier Fortune, and Bernard Light's going to tip over, but if you looked on the other side, Caleb Blood and Soldier Fortune clips that same turning box, so she would have been disqualified, but Alien Invasion doesn't cross the finish line, so a great break for Caleb Blood. She will now advance to the semifinals.
Yes, this track is providing a lot of challenges for these drivers. Let's see if anybody can reel this track in and really tame the track and get a good, clean racing pass.
It's been the same turning box now twice. So you got to think there's something going on that side of the track. We'll see if Armando Castro and El Toro Loco and Aaron Basil and Monster Mutt fare any better. Clean pass there for El Toro Loco.
Yes, looks like a good clean pass. That's what I hope for. Good close finish, but it looks like Armando's going to take that one. That was close.
El Toro Loco advancing to the semifinals. This is our final round one matchup. Two guys, as we mentioned earlier, no love lost between Tyler Menninga and Blake Granger. Gravedigger, Max D. Gravedigger, the slight advantage and a great turn, but Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger hits the turning box, a third disqualification.
Ooh, I really want to see the replay to see what happened. Why did Blake Granger end up at the wall over there?
Super glued to the action replay. There's a hit on the turn box, and Blake Granger doesn't make it across the finish line before he goes out of bounds, so they are both now disqualified. And the Monster Jam track officials will now advance the truck with the fastest time of the night, who was already eliminated. So that belongs to Aaron Basil and Monster Mutt. They get the save and will now continue on. Monster Energy Racing round one in the books. Let's go to our semifinal bracket. Joe Uri, your teammate in Zombie against Monster Mutt. Who you got there?
Joe, Team Zombie all the way.
Soldier Fortune, El Toro Loco on the other side of the bracket. Here we go. The first of two semifinal matchups. Zombie against Monster Mutt. Zombie a little faster off the line. Here's your teammate, Zombie Nation, representing Aaron Basil, not going to make it easy on him. And in fact, a photo finish. Look at the acceleration at the end by Zombie.
Yeah, Joe really wanted that one. He really wanted to clean up his first round matchup. Just squeaks by for the win there.
Well, what a finish for Joe Uri and Zombie. So he is going to advance now to our Monster Energy Racing final. He waits for the winner of this final matchup here in the semifinal round. Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco standing in her way right now. And they are pretty even there across that first turn. Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune trying to go 3 for 3. But El Toro Loco with the great win. Armando Castro looking great here in the semifinal round. So, Barry, it does come down to your teammate, Joe Uri and Zombie, Armando Castro, El Toro Loco. They have both been fast and clean, so it should be a good bout here in our Monster Energy Racing Finals.
Yes, let's take a look at the action. Hopefully Joe can pull this one out. I really want him to get a win for all our Zombie Nation fans.
We go green, Zombie off, El Toro Loco as well. Armando Castro with a little bit of a brake problem there, slowing down at the turn box. Zombie a clean turn as well. And here comes Armando Castro, El Toro Loco picking up the speed. Let's take a look at the finish.
Oh, man, I don't
know. So close, man. But Armando Castro and El Toro Loco takes the win in Monster Energy Racing. So the Crazy Bull leading the way, Bari. Armando has had very good performances in the first two Kansas City events, and tonight he is continuing to show that consistency. The same, however, cannot be said of the poor starts for Gravedigger and Max D, but as you said earlier, one event can change the tide here. So what do you look for from Tyler and Blake?
They've really just got to be consistent from here on out if they have any chance at earning that overall event championship.
5 competitions remain. Right now, let's go down to the track with Megan Lamani and our racing winner, Armando Castro.
I know the dirt is sticky. There's lots of flipping around going on out there. How are you feeling?
Man, I don't know how to feel right now. You know what? It's all about being calm, cool and collective in the truck. Honestly, this side is really sticky and tricky, but this side is slick. So it's kind of like 2 different playing fields. But, man, you just got to adapt to itself and just kind of be familiar with the dirt.
Armando, we have the ATV competition coming up next, and you were just talking about the dirt. So how are you going to transition to your ATV?
Man, it's not no different, but like I said, it normally gets really ruddy out here, so we got to watch on the ATVs. The ATVs, man, it's like everybody has a target on his back with each other, but, man, we got a lot of good competition.
Monster Jam fans, I am down here in the pits right now, and as you can see, our athletes have now transitioned from their trucks to their ATVs. This is a true test of their Monster Jam University powered by UNOH training. There's a lot of upper body strength that goes into this. As we were just talking to Armando and El Toro Loco, there's a lot going on in the dirt right now. So we're gonna see these four athletes are gonna race 4 laps in each heat, and the heat finishing order will determine where they start in our ATV finals.
Thank you, Megan. Let's check out our heat brackets. Now, Barry, we heard Armando say the track is sticky and tricky on one side, slick on the other. So what are the advantages to the inside and outside lanes, specifically here in Kansas City?
I think if you can just get a good start, you might have an advantage if you're on the inside. Since the dirt is so tricky, everybody's going to be feeling it out on the first time around to see if they can navigate it.
And getting into our first heat, Gravedigger and Max D out front due to their surprisingly short runs in truck racing. Barry, both are so good on ATV, so is it fair for the rest of the competition that we have a world champion and somebody so accomplished such as Tyler Menninga as well in the front of the line?
You know, these two are such fierce competitors. They might end up taking each other out, so that's why you run the race. You never know. Jack Brown or Bernard, they might have a chance.
4 laps to pay dirt here in Heat 1. Again, this will determine seeding for our main event. Heat 2 comes up after this. Blake Granger, Max D out in front. Both he and Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger, have split our ATV competition so far this weekend. Blake Granger and Max D, the 2019 Monster Jam World Finals ATV racing champion.
Man, and you know what? He's right at home here on this Kansas City dirt. He's navigating perfectly through the chicane here. And, you know, this is the loose side of the track, and then we're coming down to this side that's a little bit more tacky. As you can see, it's not very much dust flying, but when you get back over here to the chicane, it's a lot looser. You can see the dirt flying.
So this becomes a stamina issue with 6 competition. We talked about consistency. You know, Blake looks like he's not letting off, but Tyler looks like maybe he's backed off a little bit, just trying to get some solid seating for the main event. Is that correct? Is that a good assumption?
It might be. You know, the main event is where you earn your points. So you don't want to lay out all your cards here in the heat race, but you definitely still want to maintain a good finish.
So at the end of Heat 1, it is Max D and Gravedigger finishing 1 and 2, exactly where we thought they would finish. And now we move on to ATV Racing Heat number 2, and some heavyweights in here as well. Kayla Blood, Soldier Fortune, also an accomplished veteran in ATV racing, and her husband, Blake Granger, they both know what they're doing with an ATV.
Yes, and true to form, as you can see, we're not even a full lap in, and Kayla is already kind of checked out into a commanding lead. So really, she just needs to maintain her pace here, and I think she's got a good shot at taking this heat race.
Soldier Fortune with Monster Mud, El Toro Loco, and Zombie. That is the order they are right now. Zombie now back in front of Monster Mutt, so Zombie now in 3rd place. Soldier Fortune with a sizable lead, as we mentioned. Kayla Blood Granger looks like she is going to coast her way to one of the top 2 spots with pole position in our main event.
Yeah, the definite battle is for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. You never know what could happen in a race, though. As you see, Kayla just washed out there, so I bet she lost a little bit of time on that pass there on the straightaway. And
time is key. Get the choice of the inside or outside lane if you do have the fastest time. So it could be husband and wife in those top 2 spots. It will, in fact, be a front line of Soldier Fortune and Max D. Kayla Blood Granger and Blake Granger will take the top 2 spots. With our 2 preliminary heats over, we now look to our main event. It's Black Flag Elimination. Megan, break it down for us.
It's now time for our ATV Racing Finals, powered by UNOH, contested under our exciting Black Flag rules. All 8 of our athletes will start at the same time, and after 2 laps, that's when our Black Flag eliminations begin. The athletes in 7th and 8th place will exit the track, and that will continue on until there are only 2 athletes remaining. Those 2 athletes will start back at the starting line, race a 2-lap race, and the winner of that will earn 8 points towards their overall score.
Barry, if you're up front here, what is your strategy in the first few laps?
Just to try and get that hole shot right off the bat. Look, see, Blake got a great hole shot. He is off to the races. And even Tyler, though. He's right there on his trail. So, as you can see, it's anybody's race so far.
Gravedigger shot up past Soldier Fortune. Now it's a battle for that first spot. Again, it's 2 laps. They come and go so fast, so you need to get up in front if you're in the back. And we have our first 2 will be eliminated here after lap 2. So it is Max D, Gravedigger, Soldier Fortune, and El Toro Loco. There's your top 4. Megalodon and Monster Mutt facing now elimination, and they are out. Blake Granger is now out to a big lead.
Yeah, but he just almost washed out there in approaching that chicane. So he's got to watch that coming around on the next lap. He does not want to make a mistake and hand over the lead and be eliminated before you get to the main event.
We're down to our final 4. Max D, Gravedigger, Soldier Fortune, El Toro Loco. Kayla Blood has to battle now Tyler Menninga to try to get up into that 2nd spot, as it looks like Max D will head, and there's a wave. We've seen that so many times from him. You've seen that up close and personal, that wave, as we look now at Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, Max D, Blake Granger. A huge rivalry here as we take a look earlier this season, this matchup, the battle. Talk about that. Gravedigger and Max D.
Yeah, Tyler is not one to back down from anyone. He loves to compete. He loves to win even more. And I can't help to think that Blake probably knows that he was just taunting his wife there. So it'll be interesting to see how this plays out.
So not only could you expect retaliation for last time and what happened, but now you have somebody that is literally blowing smoke right in your wife's face by waving at her. So Blake takes the inside lane now as Tyler tries the block pass, and a successful block pass here through the obstacles. Gravedigger off to the lead. Max D trying to catch up.
Yeah, this is exciting. You know, this is the final lap. So we've got to see if Blake's got anything up his sleeve to pass Tyler in this chicane.
Here they come again. Tyler Menninga very, very skilled here in this obstacle course with the ATV racing, and again with the wave. That should be a patented move. He does it all the time. Your ATV racing winner, Tyler Menninga, and Gravedigger getting the win and 8 much-needed points.
I know Blake's probably not very happy after seeing him do that to him and his wife. I'm pretty sure he's out for revenge in the next competition.
Megan is with Tyler. Megan, we'll send it right down to you.
This is actually your second ATV win of the weekend, and I know that was a super intense race going up against your rival Max D.
Woo! Man, I'll tell you what, Blake is the best ATV rider I have ever rode with in my life. I passed him fair and square, no rubbing, no hitting. That race right there was mine. That feels awesome, guys.
Gravedigger and Max D were able to jump up the leaderboard, but it's still El Toro Loco, Armando Castro holding on to the top spot in our BKT overall point standings leaderboard. What does everybody have to do to catch El Toro Loco?
They just got to be consistent, and they got to hope that maybe Armando in El Toro Loco makes a mistake somewhere along the way.
The Great Clips 2-Wheel Skills Challenge puts our drivers' skills to the test. Each driver has 2 attempts at their best 2-wheel skill. And Bari, some nights are better than others for our drivers, and tonight was not Caleb Blood's best 2-wheel performance in Soldier Fortune.
Yeah, some of these stunts are really, really hard to do consistently, night in and night out. And as you can see, Caleb went for the popper there, up on the nose, just didn't hang on there long enough.
Joe Uri and Zombie going for the sky wheelie, not much air, got a little sideways off the ramp that probably impeded any sort of attempt at a slap wheelie he might have had. And then Bernard Light in Alien Invasion did get some air there on the sky wheelie. He would finish in 3rd.
Great positioning for Bernard there. He's getting better and better every time out in the truck.
Armando Castro gets a popper and then wheels that back up, trying to get up a little crooked though. Couldn't line it up to the platform, so he does the nose wheelie away from the pad. So a nice reactionary move by Armando Castro and El Toro Loco.
Yeah, Armando's become really good at this move, and it is not easy at all to maintain your composure inside of an arena of this size. Just speaks volumes of his talent level now.
And he would get it lined up, and there is the moonwalk as he tried to get it again back up on the pad. So Armando Castro and El Toro Loco finishes in 2nd, but it was Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger who's been dominating the 2-wheel skills challenge, and tonight was no different with that incredible move that led to an incredible save. Tyler Menninga right here. Here is the save. The bicycle on the sidewalls. Amazing 9.742. Good enough to win the Great Clips 2-wheel skills challenge.
That was amazing. It looked like he was done with his run, and then that just happened by pure luck.
Second win of the night. He's starting to get back on track. Megan has caught up with Tyler Menninga. Megan.
You know, I did the wheelie across the pad. I just was going to spin it around and rev it up a couple times for you guys. Hooked a rut down there. Had to shift it back into drive, and luckily drove out of it.
Bari, how does something unplanned like that affect how you continue driving in the moment?
You know, and Tyler never stops driving. He really doesn't. I mean, that truck is an extension of himself. He's like one with the truck. As you can see here, he's almost looks like he's just spinning around to go to the park and did it a little too fast, got up on 2 wheels, saved it.
As our drivers move on to the original Super Glue Donut Challenge, these donuts are about speed, control, and wow factor. Of course, the number of rotations very important, the travel of the truck. And here's a recap of the top performers in the original Super Glue Donut Challenge.
All right, I think it's really going to play a really important role on which side of the track you do your donuts on. As we saw earlier, this track is very different on both ends. As you can see, Tyler's digging all the way down to the concrete.
And Gravedigger continues his consistency with a 3rd place finish. So the night continues to move and evolve for Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. Here is your Zombie Nation teammate as he is starting to surge to the top of the pack with his 2nd place finish.
Yes, I like it. He's got a good side of the track, great donut. People love to see that dirt flying.
Michaela Blood and Soldier Fortune would have the last laugh. She comes out with her 2nd donut win in Kansas City.
As you can see, a lot of competitors already went before her, so she's got a nice starting position, already down to the concrete. Now it's game on, Cyclone time.
Perfect Cyclone for Caleb Blood and Soldier Fortune. The fans agreed. There's the score. That was your winner in the original Super Glue Donut Challenge. So Caleb Blood with the win. Bari taking home 8 points in this competition.
Yeah, Kayla did a great job in the donut competition, but I can't help to point out my buddy Joe Uri in Zombie, my teammate. He's in second. He's climbing.
The unbiased opinion of our color analyst, Bari Musawa. Let's take a look at the BKT overall point standings. Gravedigger now in the lead thanks to strong finishes in our last 3 events, but Soldier Fortune, Zombie, and El Toro Loco are right on his bumper. One competitor who has not been able to get a lot of traction during the event is Max D's Blake Granger. Do you think he's going to be able to bounce back through the remainder of this event?
I sure hope so. You know, you got to have amnesia when it comes to all these events because you just never know when something can go your way. So hopefully Blake will have the mental toughness that it takes to compete in the Triple Threat Series.
It'll be exciting to see where we are after the next 2 events. Right now, it's time to view this week's Monster Energy action of the week. And we go to Glendale, Arizona. Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger getting the fans on their feet with an amazing bicycle into a stoppie into a moonwalk, a triple combo move.
Scott, that's exactly why I call Ryan Anderson the blueprint.
We're back at the Sprint Center. Our driver athletes have transitioned out of their trucks and into their speedsters, as it is now time for the Monster Jam Speedster Obstacle Course. Our athletes will race these speedsters through the course featuring 5 turns and 3 jumps. The track has been designed to challenge these machines with their handling, agility, and speed, with competitors being immediately disqualified if they hit a turn pole. This competition is aggressive and unforgiving as the athletes will bump, bang, and pass one another to claim the event points towards the overall event championship. Here's tonight's Speedster Racing bracket. Husband and wife, Blake Granger, Caleb Blood Granger going head-to-head. Bari, is there any chance that Blake Granger actually wins this competition? I mean, even if he wins and beats his wife, it might be a long ride home. But all jokes aside, who has the edge?
Oh, man, I really think Tyler Meninga might have an edge here. Blake's got to be really careful with that race with his wife because you really have to be aggressive in these speedsters.
Now, they're both competitors. They have done this many, many times. We kick it off with Armando Castro in El Toro Loco. Bernard Light Alien Invasion, again, pointing out that Armando Castro is the Monster Jam World Final Speedster Racing World Champion.
Scott, I just noticed something. It looked like Bernard tapped Armando's Speedster, and it knocked the tie rod out of, alignment. It knocked him out of alignment right there, and it looks like Armando's day is done.
Alien Invasion still needs to cross the finish line gingerly around that turn as El Toro Loco makes his way off the track. And here comes Bernard Light around the final turn. He will go up onto the pod, and he will cross the finish line and advance to the semifinals of the Lucas Oil Speedster Obstacle Course. Blake Granger, Max D, Caleb Blood Granger, Soldier Fortune. Look at Caleb Blood getting the early advantage on her husband.
It looked like Blake got stuck coming up on the pod, and that gained Kayla just the advantage she needed to take the lead. She's already halfway through the race with a commanding lead. Let's see if she can hold on.
She is not letting up at all. Doesn't matter who's behind her, her brother, her husband, her sister, Tyler Meninga, doesn't matter. Caleb Blood is not letting off, but look at Max D. Blake Granger with a valiant effort to try and get around her on the inside. Doesn't matter as Soldier Fortune making her way into the semifinals. Gravedigger, Megalodon, who's moving on to the next round.
Well, it's anybody's race. Jack Brown's really aggressive in these speedsters, but so is Tyler Meninga. As you can see, Jack Brown's got an early lead, but Tyler is forcing the issue. Let's see what happens, man.
Jack Brown and Megalodon around the turn up on top of the pod. Some nice air. He is accelerating, and you're going to have to. No lead is safe with Gravedigger behind you, but up on 2 wheels is Tyler Meninga.
That just goes to show Tyler's pushing, trying to make up ground. It's not going to work. Jack Brown is away for the win.
And that could be critical for Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger's pursuit of the overall event championship tonight. Megalodon advancing. Here's Aaron Basil in Monster Mutt, Joe Uri in Zombie. I already know who you have in this.
Yes, come on, Joe. Yes, great first turn. Let's see if he can maintain this. Great second turn. Looks like he's in two-wheel drive, though. He's kind of fishtailing. Just needs to hold it together.
Joe Uri in Zombie has had a very good night. He's kind of been under the radar, but he's done well in almost every competition. So hasn't won a competition yet, but has a chance at the event championship if he can maintain his lead here, and he will. So Joe Uri and Zombie now advancing to the semifinal round. And with those fierce round one battles, we have our semifinal bracket set. Notably missing, however, are Gravediggers Tyler Menega and Max D's Blake Granger, both of whom won the previous two Speedster competitions here in Kansas City. Bari, looking at these final four, who do you have making their way to the championship?
I've got to go with Soldier Fortune, Caleb Blood, Granger, and Joe Yuri, my man in Zombie.
I knew you would say that. And I applaud your teammate, Joe Yuri, for the great night, and I applaud you for sticking by his side. We're going to find out if he is going to back up your claim. Soldier Fortune and Alien Invasion, and up on the pod they go, and it is Alien Invasion with a great advantage, but to the outside, Caleb Blood trying to push him off the track, and she's going to try to take him on the outside, and she does.
Wow, I mean, Bernard fishtailed that entire way down that straightaway, which gained Kayla the advantage to be able to just power down there, straight as an arrow. Now she's got the lead.
And Kayla Blood ran the perfect lane there. She had Bernard Light every opportunity in front of her, but he's making a push on the inside, and he's going to make her work, and over the finish line she goes. And Kayla Blood is going to advance to the finals, but what a finish for Bernard Light Alien Invasion.
Yeah, this is no holds barred in these speedsters. I mean, I know that wasn't intentional, but anytime you interlock wheels like that, it spells disaster.
And we'll see if there's any sort of damage for her going into the final round. And it looks like Bernard Light, there's some great sportsmanship, apologizing, the handshake, wishing her well. You love to see that in Monster Jam. Our final semifinal matchup, Megalodon and Zombie.
All right, Joe, let's go. Jack Brown, I don't know if that,
and he's going to hit the turn pole right there. So Jack Brown looks like he is disqualified, and Zombie is advancing. What a night again for Joe Yuri and Zombie Nation. Of course, he has to cross the finish line, but man, he is making you look like the smartest commentator in Monster Jam.
Yeah, Jack Brown has actually given Joe Yuri two gifts tonight in Monster Jam Racing and here in the Speedster Obstacle Course. All right, Joe, the stage is set.
Makes it official, crosses the finish line. Bari, Zombie Nation has got to be proud right now of Joe Yuri. He's in the finals, but boy, does he have his work cut out for him, as standing in his way is Kayla Blood and Soldier Fortune.
It's not going to be easy for Joe. Kayla is a feisty competitor. She definitely wants to win.
And here we go, our final matchup. 8 points on the line here. Kayla Blood and Joe Yuri both fighting for the event championship. And Zombie looks like he got off the line faster, but what a turn for Kayla Blood and Soldier Fortune. She is now out in front on the outside, gets inside of Joe Yuri out in front.
Joe's still right there, though. He cut that turn perfectly, and now he's in the lead. Just got to maintain it around this last turn, but look how Kayla accelerated to that turn.
She pushes him out to the outside lane, and she now has firm control over the win. He's going to make a push again and try to get inside, going to make it tough for her. But man, oh man, what an exciting turn of events that was for Kayla Blood. Joe Yuri gave it everything he had, but at the end of the competition, Bari, our winner is Kayla Blood, who gets another 8 points and is showing the rest of the competition how to stay consistent and dominant.
Absolutely, and as you can see, Joe's in second place, so he's also been consistent all night. And look at the leaderboard. I mean, they're 1-2 right now.
With the Speedster win, Kayla now leads the pack. Tyler Menega's quick exit in the Speedster obstacle course has put him in third place, but you can't count him out, can you, Bari?
Not for 1 second. Freestyle's coming up, and you know that's where Tyler might shine.
Now let's take a look at how this event is scored. Each of our drivers will attempt a freestyle run filled with non-stop action, flow, like this incredible sky wheelie from Max D into a popper down the freestyle pod, momentum like my good friend Bari Musauer coming across the pod, and then back down, and then wow moments like Blue Thunder in this stoppie into a reverse moonwalk. It's special moments like this that allow these drivers to push their Monster Jam trucks to its limits. Each driver is awarded a score by you, the audience. Fans in attendance at our Monster Jam events provide each driver a score immediately following their run. Now, fans judge our drivers based on a number of things, including creativity, technical moves, as we see El Toro Loco getting a wheelie across the freestyle pod, bringing it back down into a nose wheelie. And combinations like this one with Gravedigger getting a backflip into another nose wheelie. And of course, you have your wow moments like this huge air from Zombie. However, to qualify for a score, drivers must complete the first 20 seconds of their run. Start off tonight's freestyle competition with Armando Castro and El Toro Loco, a proud part of that El Toro Loco family. That team, very popular in Monster Jam, a big rivalry between the fans of El Toro Loco and Zombie Nation.
Well, the one thing that I can tell you for sure about Zombie Nation is the fans voted the truck into existence. So they've been connected with Zombie since day one. They're tried and true. They love Zombie. But it'll be interesting to see how hard Joe pushes that truck tonight because he's in contention for an overall event championship.
Armando Castro, a little cross-threading, a nice stop. He tried to back it up, couldn't get much there with that traction. Now going to back it up and go for the pod again as he comes across the pod and not much air. There's some obstacles here that maybe the fans don't quite see as we look at this one big obstacle in the center of the arena. Talk about some of the things that El Toro Loco and these other Monster Jam trucks can hit.
Well, you have to be creative with your approaches to the pod. Yes, it's an 8-sided pod, but some of the obstacles, some of the ramp faces are actually different than others. So you really have to make each hit count. That way you grasp the fans' attention, you get them to vote on your side.
Here comes El Toro Loco again. He's got some good air, another sky wheelie. He's been doing really well getting the air off of these ramps as you talked about, trying to hit each side of this 8-sided pod, swinging it back around. Let's see what he does here. A little more cross-threading now across to the other side. There's a great technical move to Stoppy into the moonwalk for El Toro Loco. Can he get it up on the pod? Yes, he does. Great patience for Armando Castro.
It was amazing. He used his forward momentum there and just stabbed the brakes as hard as he could to get the truck. Whoa! And he brought it back down. That was great.
What a great move to end his freestyle run. There is the El Toro Loco family up on their feet. A great start to tonight's freestyle as we take a look at the original Super Glue replay. There is that move. He gets the stoppy, gets it backed up, and then almost overexerts himself. Almost had to save that as well.
Yeah, that's what got the crowd going, though. You love that wow factor as your last move in freestyle.
Jack Brown in Megalodon out of New Smyrna Beach, Florida. Another guy that loves driving this truck, this incredibly popular truck with its own fan base. But talk about the background a little bit of Jack Brown with Raising Cane Monster Trucks and that J.R. McNeil family. This guy can do it all. He is such a great athlete. As we see a stoppy attempt there, couldn't quite get the wheels where he wanted them to.
Nice. He'll definitely get that move honed in. Just takes practice. You know, in that motion of that move, it almost feels like you're going to go over forward, but you're not. So you just have to trust yourself, trust your equipment underneath of you, and just give a little bit more each time you go out there and do it.
Here comes Megalodon again, getting up over the pod. You see the tire sticking out of there. That is the 8-pack backflip ramp that is now a new addition to the Triple Threat series. That is actually allowed a brand new wow factor to these arena shows and the Triple Threat series as a whole.
Yes, I love the 8-pack backflip obstacle. It's just amazing that we can bring a backflip into an arena of this size. It's so close to the fans. They get to really feel that action live and in person. And it's really a testament of how far Monster Jam has come with the track building.
Jack Brown getting some nice air, gets a little end-over-end action there. Almost didn't land that, but he saves it. And there is your freestyle run for Jack Brown and Megalodon. We now move on to Bernard Light and Alien Invasion, a proud graduate of Monster Jam University, powered by UNOH.
Yes, great announce your presence move right there out the gate for Bernard. I love the look of this truck with the LEDs, the green Alien Invasion lights flashing. Really looks good at nighttime, I might add.
Now, he takes a lot of pride in driving Alien Invasion. You have Zombie Nation. We see the El Toro Loco family. Bernard Light is the only driver of Alien Invasion in Monster Jam, so he's got that flag all to himself, and he takes so much pride in this brand and bringing it out to the fans each and every week.
He had such a huge leap off of that single log obstacle. He got himself in a little bit of trouble there, but he had to back up. He's rolling again, so I think he's all right.
We're still anticipating the first huge wow moment of the competition tonight. No one has attempted that backflip yet. We'll see Bernard Light can get it where he needs to and try it as he comes back around. Alien Invasion now up over the pod again, nearly clears it, drags the back two tires down the ramp, and he will turn around again as he's run out of room on that slick side. Here he comes up, trying to get the sky wheelie and get some nice air for Alien Invasion.
That was a great sky wheelie. One thing I love about the Triple Threat series is that you get so much time in the truck, so much seat time, which pays dividends for a new driver like Bernard Light.
The fans are digging it. He jumps up into second place, and here's the guy that you have been fawning all over all night. Your teammate. Look at that air to kick it off. Great job, Joe Uri. Nicely done.
Excellent. Uh-oh. They shut him off, though. Oh, he's back rolling, though. Let's see if he can continue that momentum of that huge air into a great freestyle.
Got to fill the first 20 seconds of the clock to be eligible for a score, as he's had a great night, flown a little bit under the radar, not winning any competitions, but still very much in the discussion for the overall event championship. Joe Uri needs to do something spectacular in this Zombie Monster Jam truck to take home the win. Look at this, a nice stop. He tried to get a little momentum into it, but still a great trick nonetheless.
Yes, it's amazing how hard you have to hit the brakes to make the truck do that. It's almost like the tires lock instantly, and the momentum of the truck carries it over. And he did a great job of composing himself there, because he could have been in trouble real fast.
Joe Uri now heading back around. There's a bicycle. Can he land it? Yeah, he stops it and keeps it up on all four tires. Out of Boulevard, Missouri, debuted last year. Another guy that is a huge Monster Jam fan. Went to Monster Jam University, graduated, and here he is in Kansas City putting on a show for these great fans at the Sprint Center. Back up and over the pot again goes Zombie.
He's whipping that Zombie around. He had that thing turning on a dime. Great run.
And
First
as
place.
we look at the original Super Glue, glued to the action replay, there is your new leader. Zombie Nation in the house tonight in Kansas City. Joe Uri now is your new leader in Zombie. And we'll take a look at the BKT Top 5 leaderboard. Zombie gives himself a chance not only to take freestyle, but to take it all. But he's going to need some help from Caleb Blood and Tyler Menega to win this event here tonight at the Sprint Center. We'll find out if Kayla can defend her lead, or will it slip through her fingers once again. The conclusion of freestyle is next. We are back with the conclusion of freestyle at the Sprint Center in Kansas City, Missouri. Scott Jordan, Barry Musauer on the call. Triple Threat Series East action. And it's been a dominant weekend for Blake Granger coming into tonight's event, but a non-dominant performance and a less than stellar performance by a guy who has done nothing short of dominate the competition all weekend long.
And you'll have those nights, where you're just not on your game with all the other competitions, but Blake can use this to his advantage. Just get some good seat time in Max D and wow the fans, and there's no pressure involved. You just go out there and have fun.
Blake Granger's won the last two events, championships here in Kansas City, but winless so far tonight. A freestyle win will go a long way in at least salvaging his night. An otherwise perfect performance at the Sprint Center for this world champion athlete. So starting to get a little momentum here as he comes back across the pod. Blake Granger trying to make it happen tonight in freestyle in Max D, and he is lining up for the 8-pack. He is full throttle and ready to go. Here comes Max D across the track, and he is going to land this backflip. What a move from Max D.
Perfect. Oh no, but he's locked up the rear planetary right there. But I think he got that in just in time. I'm sure the fans are going to love that. Reward him with a great score.
That's the first they've seen of this move tonight as we take a look at the original Super Glue glued to the action replay. Gets the landing down, Max D with the 8-pack backflip, and there is your new freestyle leader, Blake Granger in Max D.
Well, Aaron Basil's got a tough challenge to follow up the backflip. You never know what Aaron's got up his sleeve, though, so he could definitely wow you and surprise you.
Attempted a donut here is Monster Mud. He's going to pull out of it, though. Possible mechanical issues for Aaron Basil, uncharacteristic of him to try to pull off a donut and back off.
That's a tough break, but, Aaron is a consummate professional. He is a veteran of the sport, so he knows when a Monster Jam truck is not up to par. Tough break for him in Monster Mud, though, tonight.
Great view in the back of the pits as Monster Mutt works his way back to get some repairs and some mechanical issues solved. We'll take a look at the BKT overall point standings. Only 2 competitors left. Caleb Blood is in the lead. As we look at these overall standings, the pressure now on for Gravedigger's Tyler Menega to pull out all the stops to try to get the win over Caleb Blood and Soldier Fortune. Going to be great to watch these two go at it head-to-head here in freestyle. And here is the man of the hour, Tyler Menega and Gravedigger.
Well, Tyler's got a chance to really bring this crowd back to life. I'm pretty sure they're reeling for a wow moment right now. And who better for that job than Tyler Menega and Gravedigger?
Out of Oskaloosa, Iowa, driving Gravedigger 36. All he has done is win Triple Threat Series championships in his career, 2017, 2018, and 2019. Trying to add to that illustrious resume here in 2020. Cross-threading, gets sideways, still clearing the pod, just clipping the back two wheels. Tyler Menninga, capable of every trick in the book. Look at the big air and the bounce save. Almost rolled it, but he gets right back on all four tires.
That's a landing that'll get your attention. That one was not smooth at all. But you know what? Tyler is not phased. He will come up with something in his bag of tricks. And Gravedigger, usually 9 times out of 10, he puts it through his paces. And look at that. Huge air into a combo, moonwalk, stoppie. Look at this.
Incredible move. Takes the bounce, one move into the stoppie, and now just balancing it in like the Great Clips two-wheel skills challenge. This is freestyle, so we talked about this throughout this show and many other episodes, how technical moves add to a freestyle run.
It's amazing how you can control the adrenaline to be able to go, full tilt and be able to balance that truck at an instant and slow yourself down, because that's what it takes. It takes composure, and Tyler is a master at that.
Current leaders Blake Granger and Max D in freestyle. Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger, still trying to get the overall event championship, and there is the confidence putting it right on the tires of Blake Granger's Max D. Your new leader, Bari, is Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. Take a look at the original super glue glued to the action replay.
That's just Tyler being Tyler. I mean, he almost can do no wrong inside of these Monster Jam trucks. It's amazing what he can do in Gravedigger.
He's put himself in great position to win the overall event championship, but his score still under a 9.0, which is a very beatable score, especially for somebody like Kayla Blood.
Yeah, but now the pressure's on. Kayla really has to come through with a great freestyle run right after Tyler, so she's got her work cut out for her.
We'll find out here within the next 75 seconds if Kayla Blood Granger is going to walk out of here with the overall event championship. It is now down to her and Gravedigger's Tyler Menninga. One will win freestyle and one will win the overall event championship. We'll find out here as Kayla Blood whipping it back around. Here comes Soldier Fortune across the pod. Not a whole lot of air there, and she will try again coming back to the other side.
What Kayla needs is a wow factor to get the fans on her side, make them forget about what Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger just did. That's the only hope she's going to have to getting a score that can beat his.
Bouncing it out off the pod, Kayla Blood is running out of time. Precious seconds ticking away as she looks for a save or a wow moment. Perhaps the 8-pack backflip will come into play throughout her run. Soldier Fortune again now back across the pod. Not a whole lot of air there, but she's still got the momentum. She's still hitting the jumps, and we like to see that. Will she go for a donut here? Yes, possible cyclone. Here comes Soldier Fortune again, cross-threading over the pod.
Oh, a nice little sidewall there. Bicycle, she's going to close it out there.
And that will, in fact, conclude the freestyle run for Kayla Blood and Soldier Fortune. 6th place. So yet again, the overall event championship was at Kayla Blood's fingertips, but she couldn't seal the deal. As we take a look at the BKT overall point standings, Gravedigger's Tyler Menninga finally gets to stand on top of the pod here in Kansas City with the overall event championship.
Yeah, Tyler never gave up. It definitely paid off for him in the end.
It was a battle to remember here at the Sprint Center as all our driver athletes hit the track harder than ever. Zombies Joe Uri, Soldier Fortune's Kayla Blood, both were consistent throughout the night, but Kayla lets her foot off the gas in freestyle, which was the opening Tyler Menninga needed to drive Gravedigger right through the open door. With his wins in ATVs, skills, and freestyle, he claims his first overall event championship here in Kansas City. For Bari Musauer and Megan Lamani, I'm Scott Jordan. Thank you for watching Monster Jam.